Also tonight, explosive evidence in the murder trial of former HPD officer Gerald Goines.
Yes, one of the officers on the scene of that deadly drug raid on Harding Street testifying that ex-police chief Art Acevedo ordered him to shut off his body camera.
ABC 13's Nick Notario joins us live with all of the revelations in court today. Nick.
Yeah, that certainly raised some questions, but was not the focus for today. Now, both sides have said that Goines, this former HPD officer, made lies in order to obtain a warrant. But today it was lies that the prosecution says he made from a hospital bed that were in focus. The defense not arguing that he wasn't making lies, but says he's not responsible for these murders. Former HPD officer Gerald Goines said nothing as he entered a Harris County courtroom this morning ahead of the third day of his murder trial. It wasn't what he said that prosecutors focused on today, but something he wrote. As he laid in a hospital bed after being shot during a raid, HPD sergeant asked him questions. Goines couldn't talk. He wrote his responses. What was the name of your CI that you used for 7815 Harding, the sergeant asked. There was no confidential informant, Goines wrote. That's different from what the judge who signed off on the warrant told jurors hours earlier, more than 5 years ago. The judge says Goines asked him for a no-knock warrant at a Harding Street home. The judge was told a confidential informant bought drugs from someone and saw a weapon. The warrant was given. During the raid, a gunfight happened where police fired dozens of shots. The homeowner did as well. 4 officers were hurt, and 2 people inside, Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nicholas, were killed. An officer who worked the raid testified earlier today and was asked about Goines giving false information. Had you known that, would you have agreed to go to Harding Street? Prosecutors asked. No, sir, the officer responded. Why not? Prosecutors asked. And don't involve myself in those kinds of activities, the officer said. Goines told investigators he didn't have an informant because he was the one who bought drugs from the Harding Street home the day before the raid. When did you make the buy? The sergeant asked him. The date of the affidavit. Evening, Goines wrote. He went on to ask, what did you buy at 7815 Harding Street and where did you put it? 2 baggies of heroin. I believe I tag it, Goines wrote. However, the sergeant told jurors Goines was at a restaurant on the other side of the city at the time he says he bought the drugs. They also found surveillance video from a neighbor showing Goines never went to Harding Street the day before the raid. And prosecutors plan to continue to try and pick apart Goines' story about how he claims he was the one that actually bought the drugs as they lay out their case. Now, this is expected to last for several weeks. Another member of HPD is expected to be on the stand tomorrow morning. We, of course, will be there and bring you the very latest tomorrow night. We're live from the criminal courthouse. Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Dramatic developments there today, Nick. Thank you.